So I looked her square in the eye and I just said, do I look like a pancake eater to you? And she told me that she had me pinned for more of a waffle type guy. I don't even know what that means. I was trying to dissect and like interpret what that meant all day, but I just didn't get it. And is he? Oh, he is here. Did you see that guy?
The guy looks so confused.
So then she brings out the pancakes, all right? She brings out the pancakes. And she asks me if I want extra syrup. And why did he... Now everything is reminding me of pancake stacks. These huts look like pancake stacks to me. What is wrong? What is wrong? She asked me if I want extra syrup. And I said, there's already syrup on here. The guy in the back already put syrup on. But oh, the extra stuff is strawberry. So then I tried the strawberry syrup, and you know what? It was wonderful. It was actually a marvelous meal because I had syrup on syrup on syrup. I wouldn't exactly say my pancakes were drowning in syrup, but my syrup was definitely drowning in pancakes, if you know what I'm saying. I don't even know if that makes any sense, like at all. But
I don't even know what just happened.
Got the objective. Worth. Totally worth. I'm going to type in all chat once I get behind this hut. Oh, never mind.
Hello guys, my name is TheRussianBadger, and I'm going to be engaging in some serious silliness today. What I mean by that is, as of me uploading this video, I'm going to attempt a live stream for 36 straight hours of Battlefield 4. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but if you'd like to come join in on the chat and talk about stuff and call me Butt Badger or Bagel or whatever and watch me play Battlefield 4, I'll leave a link in the description and get, like, I love this so much, alright? I love it because the way that it breaks down in my brain is something like, if I'm going to make a conservative estimate, and this is ballpark, this is really soft in terms of the estimation, alright? Maybe 15 grand for that dirt bike, tops, alright? 15 grand, and that's still a pretty soft estimate. And come on, Mr. Support Guy, that's not the way this works. And he got swallowed up by the sand. I don't know the way that works. But I picture it about 15 grand for the dirt bike itself, and then this C4 is pretty ghetto, at least if you ask me. It seems like he just wrapped a bunch of... I don't even know what the actual material is. I don't know if it's potassium chloride, but it seems like he just wrapped some kind of explosive or fertilizer in like dark green saran wrap and then wrapped that in black electrical tape, and somehow it's really... I totally thought I was going to get the HVT on this guy, but I guess it just exploded. It didn't actually detonate. But this guy around the back, come on. Come on, Carl. Why would you... You know I'm right here. Did you not see the dirt bike explode? And skadoosh! Get absolutely Shrek. And I got the high value target. That's like a cherry on top. Isn't that just wonderful? And that's something that I have figured out about Rush, and that's something that I want to discuss, alright? Getting tanks is outrageously good for your team. I guess... I'm still trying to think about this logically because you guys know that I come from a heavy Bad Company 2 background, so I'm a little bit clouded in... I want to say I'm a little bit... I don't want to say compromised, but yeah, I got shot by this guy, by the guy with the ace the other time. And then I said, oh, second time, douche, get wrecked. That's pretty simple. So, getting tanks in Battlefield 4 is so extremely important, especially in comparison to previous Battlefield games, at least in my opinion, because there's no other flank routes, alright? So many of these maps, especially on China Rising, are straight up, I'm gonna have to punch it through this narrow... Get squished on, Mr. Cloth Monster. That's just Kia being Kia. But it's so important to get tanks in these certain maps because they're so just narrowed down. They're just big choke points. I mean, I guess some maps are less of choke points than others, but yeah, getting tanks is so important. Case in point, look at Kia's turn here, alright? Oh my goodness, the dunks, dude. The dunks, alright? The best part is Kia's dirt bike did not even explode. And for that entire base, literally all I did after that was jump around on a roof, get shot in the face by a recon, and go AFK because I had to take my DiGiorno out of the oven. It was more critical at the point in time, alright? In hindsight, I probably should have held the team, but they were already kind of carrying themselves. I mean, I don't know how that works. It's a lot like seeing a dog walk on its hind legs for your team to actually do something and contribute to the game and our objectives, but when it happens, it is dandy, alright? It makes Battlefield so much more fun. It is outrageously fun. And so, just to round out that point, essentially, because these maps are so choke point-ish and so narrow and lacking in flank routes, if you destroy tanks, you make your life so much easier. I mean, I think in previous Battlefield games, especially Bad Company 2, because of the ability to have certain flank routes, I'm not going to say Port Valdez wasn't a terrible map. It was just a goofy map in general, but like, For example, like Valparaiso, that's what I think of. Like Valparaiso, or not Valparaiso, no, I'm thinking of Laguna Presa, excuse me. Laguna Presa, for example. You can maneuver your way around the tank, so you don't have to destroy it. You can always flank around it. But these maps are so narrow, you have to destroy the tanks in order to have some kind of success, at least in my opinion, on a consistent basis. On a consistent basis, I almost just like choked on a bagel there. I have this bagel next to me, and I want to eat it, but I don't want to interrupt myself and just start eating in front of you guys, like... I don't want to do that. And of course you guys would get a big joke. For some reason you guys at the live stream think that I'm made out of muffins and all I eat is bagels and you guys call me Bagel Kobe, and that's yeah, you can tell that I did not exactly start on my varsity high school basketball team. I think that's pretty prevalent. And then I went for the C4. I had a really nifty idea, and beyond the MG4 just being outrageously comfy and extremely good, because it just feels like the rate of fire and the accuracy and just the general damage output, I mean, I guess that's coupled with the rate of fire, is just so outrageously good. I don't want to call it the M16A3 heavy barrel grip Cobra of LMGs, but that's what I feel like calling it, alright? It's just so good at so many different things. It's consistent, it's reliable, and it's even good without attachments. I don't have any attachments on here other than a bipod, but that doesn't really count because I don't even use it. But I had this nifty little idea, alright? And why is your tank blue, Trevor? I don't think that's exactly the best idea, guy. But I thought about this. You guys all remember the C4, or the plastic explosive, from Bad Company 2. And this guy somehow got shot through the fire and flames like I'm playing Guitar Hero or something. That was extremely hard, by the way. That's like 9.8 out of 10 in terms of the extreme scale, by the way. But I thought about this. What if there was a mini C4, like mini grenades, you know what I'm saying? And that Glock is too good. Spook 1894, 3 spooky 5 me, just perfect. But I thought, how would people react if there was a mini C4? As in, it's just like the mini grenades, like, you can toss it farther, but it does less damage. Like, it has less of a blast radius. Now, I think a lot of you are probably going to argue, there's no reason to run frag right now because the minis are so good. The minis are outrageously good. I think we can all agree on that. But if you had a mini C4 that you could equip for the support and the recon class that you could throw like you could in BC2, but for example, it might take 3 or 4 sticks instead of 2 sticks to blow up a tank, for example, would you run it? And oh my god, get shreked. Game ogre. That's just the silliness of the rate of fire. Somehow, I mean, granted, I'm not going to say those two individuals are exactly the most MLG pro, like, well-trained, came from Counter-Strike, I played Quake when I was 2 years old type veterans of FPS, but it can save you in so many different instances, the MG4, and I thought, oh, I'm going to kill this guy, and there was sun in my face, and then I was like, alright, I'll go around this way, right? And then sun and out of bounds in my face, and then it kind of just boiled down to somebody else got him for me, and that was just kind of the handy-dandy part. But I'd like to sort of round out this point by saying that if there was mini C4, like you could toss really far like you could BC2 style and do less damage, I'd probably run it. I would honestly probably run it because it seems so wonderful to me to be able to have that kind of maneuverability for an explosive. I think, I mean, I guess it's too late to add it now, given that there was like even a lot of people couldn't even connect yesterday on PC, so I guess DICE already has enough problems of their own in terms of keeping the game running. I don't think they have exactly the manpower to allocate a brand new type of C4 to the game, but I just thought it was interesting to speak about. It's just mini C4 that you could toss like Peyton Manning in Bad Company 2 if you knew how to jump throw. And this was kind of a unique situation because, I mean, everybody was trying to arm and they had a really good view of the objective. The defenders had a really good view of the objective from their spawn. It was kind of just, somehow they defused every single time. I just didn't understand, and I was just kind of fooling around in the back of their spawn with an MG4. But it was funsies for me all around, so totally worth, alright, worth. I didn't type in all chat, but I at least in my opinion, it's definitely worth. So, if you guys would like to join me on the live stream today to talk about, I don't know, muffins and me being a bagel, because you guys really seem to enjoy that sort of thing, I will leave a link in the description. And for your bonus clip, I happen to have gotten to a little bit of a two-man tango with a jet, and you probably already guessed what happened. I kind of just spoiled the ending. But I will see you guys next time. Auf Wiedersehen und bis bald und later.
I'm almost completely different because I run the IRNV for all those maps that are just, I'm a bush inside of a bush trying to be a bush because I'm a bush monster, and you can't see anybody with the IRNV. And then I should have run zoom on this because it's just flat sand. Doesn't think there's sand dune. Oh god, I'm so boned. This jet's. Never mind. Never mind. Never up. False alarm, Kia. I really feel like saying JK lol in chat, but I don't want that kid to break his computer monitor in half. How does that even happen, dude? How does that even happen?